Nerd Box.
Welcome back to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about the movie that everybody's kind of talking about, and that is F9, the 9th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise. So, fire up the Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
So Justin Lin returns to direct F9 after having directed the 3rd through 6th installments in the franchise. This is the first installment since Too Fast, Too Furious, not to be written by Chris Morgan, who wrote Hobbs and Shaw. The usual cast of characters have returned, with the exception of The Rock.
New characters were introduced. Jacob Toretto, played by John Cena. Lisa, played by Cardi B. And then we had Buddy, who was played by Michael Rooker. Now, there was also several cast members throughout the franchise history that also returned. And typically, you know what that means, right? Since they're talking about doing 2 more movies, they're setting up lots of people to die. That's what I'm thinking.
Dom and Letty have retired to a farm with his son, Brian, when Tej and Roman, which is Ludacris and Tyrese, show up with news of a transmission sent only to them from Mr. Nobody just before his plane goes down after being taken out by a rogue agent. The crew is tasked with recovering a doomsday device, only Dom wants no part of it. That is until he pieces together a scrambled image that reveals a family symbol in the background of the picture.
Dom decides to join up with the crew to recover the first piece of what is known as the Ares, only to lose it shortly after to his brother Jacob, who intends to unleash its power on the world. Now Dom, he has to battle with the ghost of his past while trying to save the world from his brother. And that really just sums up the entire film, because it's a Fast and Furious film, so now you're going to get all the action built in around that storyline. What did you think about it?
I'm trying to be nice. The movie was a joke. Just a joke. I'm not spoiling anything because comicbook.com released this months ago. But they go to space. They go to space in a goddamn Pontiac Fiero. They go to space. I can't. They catch people on the hoods of their cars. I can't with these films anymore. I only saw it because we didn't have anything else to see. And I do like John Cena, and I like Tyrese, and I like Ludacris. Helen Mirren's good. I miss The Rock. I can see why he didn't want to do it. He's got better things to do.
Wow. Let's be honest and blunt. Well, we're going to continue on that front, and we're going to talk a little bit about the story and where some of the problems I thought came in. And one of the things was very poorly choreographed fight scenes. Now, fight scenes, when it's cut together with fast clips here and there, and you can't really see who's punching who and who's kicking who and who's getting thrown out a window, that's usually done for a reason, because the fight is bad. And these fight scenes, not only did it have the quick takes from person to person, and it's very jumbled up, and you can't really make out who's always throwing the shot, but these guys got like superhuman strength. I'm talking people punching through cement walls, people going through doorways, and nobody flinches. Like, John Cena legit punched through a wall, like a column of a wall. Then John Cena picks up Vin Diesel and he pushes his head through an archway of another walkway. Completely shatters, concrete everywhere. These guys don't flinch. I'm talking, we're in the superhero power realm of Fast and Furious. And maybe Hobbs and Shaw is what kind of tipped it off. Maybe all of these guys are taking the serum from that last movie. But,
And there was no blood.
No.
No scratches, no cuts, no blood, nothing.
This movie if I really had to say or classify it as anything, this is if somebody made Austin Powers and stuck it in the James Bond world. Fast and the Furious 9 is a parody of itself. So much so that Tyrese had many meta moments during this entire movie where he's like, hey guys, you ever realize that we've done all these adventures and we don't have any scratches on us and we don't get this and we don't get that? And he holds up a jacket
riddled with bullet holes.
He's like, they shot at me, look at my jacket, it has holes in it, and I'm fine. Like, it would have been better if he would have looked at the camera and winked like that, but he didn't. He was legit serious in the movie. And this kind of comes up a few different times with Tyrese during the film.
Yeah.
And I like that part, because he's typically stupid in these movies, but it didn't seem like they really knew how to write his character, because he went from being the usual dummy of the crew to being more serious and knowledgeable at certain points. So it's like, was this part written for somebody else and they just threw him in there at certain points? I don't know, because it wasn't consistent. Now, the fight scenes were bad. The CGI was bad. I mean, really bad. Like, I go to these movies, I don't look for mistakes, but there was 2 parts in this movie, and I didn't call out to you when we were watching it, where I actually seen Vin Diesel's stunt double's face in 2 scenes. Now, my wife and I, one of our really good friends, is a stunt double, and he usually will tell me the movies that he's in or the TV shows. It's like, oh, I did this scene, I did that scene. So I'll go there, and it's like, all right, I'm going to see if I can pick out that it's him. Never can tell.
No.
In this movie, I could literally see that Vin Diesel's face change for 2 scenes. And the dude's shirt is always white.
Yeah. Like, literally, he's on top of... the trucks?
He surfs trucks.
He's surfing trucks, and he's getting thrown all over the top of this dirty-ass truck, and his t-shirt's white. At the end, he had, like, a little stuff mark up here that we finally were like, oh my god, look, like, there's dirt on his shirt, but that was all he had after being rolled around on top of this truck.
There's a scene where he dives out of a truck that's exploding, does a flip in the air, does a superhero landing, looks up, everything explodes and it heads towards his face. Shirt's white. Yeah. Man, those are some Tide Pods.
I mean, they keep long lasting after they've been washed.
Yeah.
That the dirt just falls off of you.
Dirt resistant white shirts. Yeah. But there's things in this movie that don't make sense. There's like a dream sequence where Vin Diesel's in, and it's him just walking through his past and all this other stuff. It's like, dude, can we focus any less on you and focus on maybe the real story? Which, by the way, is recycled from part 7. It's the same story. There's a weapon. There's a person that's involved with the weapon. So let's just redo it and make fun of it while we're doing it. If you're looking to just go see a movie that requires no thinking and has lots of explosions, this is the movie for you.
And you can get up and go to the bathroom and not miss a damn thing.
No.
Because it's literally every scene is the same. They're just in a different location, but it's all still the same.
Yeah, and then they try to retcon things from prior movies that just does not work, and they retcon characters that doesn't work either. Like, you have characters from Tokyo Drift that are complete morons now. I don't know what happened to them. I mean, like, I don't know. Just... I don't know what they were thinking. You can see that the writer, Chris Morgan, wasn't here for this movie because the continuity is all gone for this film, definitely.
Well, I think you can tell right from the get when he stopped writing these films when it was somebody else.
Yeah, it was this movie.
That was the only one?
Yeah. He did all of them from part 2 up until the last one, and then he did Hobbs and Shaw as well.
Hobbs and Shaw was good.
It was okay. It wasn't good. It was okay.
That's your opinion.
Again, back to the Jason Statham thing. And Dwayne Johnson. 2 ratings above what my rating would be for that film. I'm telling you, I guarantee you that. 2 ratings above. But, yeah, so if you want to go to a movie and just vegetate, go see this movie. Watch some explosions. Watch whatever the story is supposed to be, including the ripoff of Boondock Saints. So if you guys catch up on it, apparently there's these unique crosses that only Jacob and Dom have.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. All right, buddy. I'm buying that. What do you rate it?
So I'm gonna give F9 an F. That's it. An F. It was horrible. It's one of the worst films that I've not only seen this year, but that I've ever seen.
I would go watch In the Earth again.
And me too.
And we sandbagged that movie. Go watch the review. We did some comic skits and stuff in there, but that movie was better than this. F for me too. Well,
F9 failed.
Yeah, failed 9.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Rock, come back. Save the movies. Otherwise, if people see F10 before I do and people die, let me know, because I'll go and enjoy it just for that. I want to see Dom get killed.
I was actually hoping that during the movie. I was like, maybe they're finally going to...
No, he's a superhuman.
They're finally going to kill Dom.
Yeah, this is how superhuman he is. He grabbed 2 chains. Big chains. Industrial chains that were hanging on a wall.
And literally...
pulled the ceiling down!
Pulled the walls
and the
ceiling. Yeah.
Alright, I'm done.
That's
I can't
it.
talk about this no
That's
more.
it.
Because now I'm getting frustrated from watching this movie and thinking about it again and wasting more of my life on it. With that said, we have 2 episodes of 5 Things that are out on our channel. We have Donna Jean's Coffee House of Horror coming back with a bunch more shows in her season 2. So, what we would like you to do is, if you disagreed with us on this movie, hey, we don't care. Put it in the comments. I always like a good debate about movies. Just ask my friend Brian and his taste on movies, and her taste on movies, and my taste sometimes. It's all over the place. Like, he thinks Army of the Dead was garbage, and he rates Peninsula higher than that. Peninsula was garbage. Peninsula gets an F as well. Bad. Very bad movie. Thank God it didn't do damage to Train to Busan.
No.
Anyway, so, like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you get to see this video for our show, you get to see 5 Things, you get to see Donna Jean's Coffee House of Horror, you have Noah's Toy Shop of... Was Horrors? Coming back?
Yeah.
So that'll be back, that'll be after 5 Things, and then we have a few other shows that are coming out after that. One is in production, which is Board Game Wars, and then 2 are in pre-production. So, a lot of fun things coming your way. Until the next.
Oh, and you know what? Share the videos with anybody that you think might enjoy them.
Yes, definitely. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you helping us build a channel. In the last 2 weeks, we've jumped a number of subscribers. So help us, because we like making this, we like having fun, and we like seeing your comments in the descriptions and on Facebook and wherever we post these. Until the next. See ya.